Hey guys, welcome back to the ConsciousWidow channel. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment. I read them all, I respond. And I appreciate all y'all doing to tune in, but it's going to be a little story time. Without, you know, putting too much out there, it's a personal story. Since we've been in this pandemic, families have lost family members, families have gotten closer, families have gotten farther apart, families have gotten back to their roots, eating together as a family, um, spending time together, having conversations, chilling, whatever. But, a lot of mental health things happen during this pandemic. You know, every family experience it the way they experience it, but sibling rivalries. I want to talk about that for a little bit because I'm the middle sibling, the only girl. I'm 46. I have a younger sibling that's 39, and I have an older sibling that's 2 years older than me, so he's 48. Now, siblings go through their shit, you know what I'm saying, when they young or whatever, even when they older. But you kind of know you got each other back, and, especially as you get older, you're there for the things that matter. Now, I've had family members that, I'm not even going to speak on family, I'm going to speak on my siblings. I've had siblings that, when my husband passed, they wasn't there. And to me, that was so damn corny because this sibling and my husband was like cool. Like, my husband, before he was my husband, was my friend, and he lived on the block, and like we kind of grew up together and everything. And him and my brother was cool, so it was like when we lost him, it was like, the fuck, you ain't come up, you ain't come, you ain't call, you ain't come to the funeral, you ain't like do nothing. And I know they say people grieve in their own ways, but dude, I'm your sister, and I lost my husband unexpectedly. Like, one of these days on this YouTube, if I ever get the courage to get through the story, I'll say how I lost my husband, but it was on some, shouldn't have happened type shit. But, my baby should still be here, and he's not. And the person who, I thought would be the one to, show up, he didn't. Not just him, a whole lot of motherfuckers. Oh my God. I said, if you want to see how motherfuckers really feel about you, die. Because everybody who in your face, everybody who's still in your time, everybody who everything when you hear, dude, some of them motherfuckers won't even show up to the damn funeral. I'm telling you, I was like, if my husband could see the motherfuckers who, who he thought was his ride or dies, if you could see them now, I swear. But I digress. And then you got situations that happen like that within the family that could distance siblings, but then it could also push other siblings closer because he didn't show up. I kind of leaned on my other sibling a little more, and we kind of got cool, and we smoked together, chill, whatever. And now, with the whole pandemic thing and everything, I don't know what the hell is going on with the mental state of pretty much everybody, but I had a physical altercation with my brother, and that has never happened in my life. Ever. Ever. And it's so weird to me, and I don't know what it's going to do to the family. I know what my sons want to do, but I don't want none of that, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's still blood, but, my sons ain't trying to hear that because he drew blood. So, that's where, you know, complicated situations happen, because it's like because on multiple levels, if my husband was here, this shit wouldn't happen. And if it did happen, he know he would have my husband to answer to. Since we lost my husband, my family split. So it's like we all went from the state that we in now. One of my sons is down south. One of my sons is on uh, the West Coast. And, you know, my family kind of split. So it was like when the incident happened, both of my sons is ready to hop on a plane. I'm like, no, y'all stay where y'all are. I'm okay. You know, I don't do cops. My mom and dad are like, you know, press charges. I'm like, no, because I don't do cops. It will go against everything I believe in, my integrity. You know what I mean? Fuck around and me and my brother be shot out there. You know what I mean? And it'd be like, oh, you got marks on you. You got something on you. We don't know who started what. We gonna kill both of your asses. So, you know, and then it just goes against everything I believe in. I don't deal with cops at all. You know what I mean? So no, I'm okay. But you know, my thing is like just stay away from me. But it was like we was all staying at my mom's house since we lost my husband, and now like weirdo, you just made everything so weird for literally nothing. And I just want to know if there's anybody else out there who is still going through this sibling shit at 46 years old, or at least in your 40s, or past the age where siblings should be going through this. Like, we are past grown. Like, you actually laid physical hands on me. You know what I'm saying? That's corny. Like, it's just corny to me. You know, it's corny, and I don't think it's no excuse, but I just am curious if anybody been having, like, they pandemic family beefs, or how's your family been through the pandemic? Have y'all been, you know, getting along, eating meals together? Obviously, everybody homeschooling and stuff. Um, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or is it like my family and you over here wilding? You know, I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's why I ain't posting a while. One. And two, you know, I kind of had to get my head together because it kind of stunned me a little bit. Because it's like, dude, this was the cool brother. This was the brother that, you know, we was cool. Neither one of my brothers is, like, cool. But it's like, you the cool brother that I was, like, be, like, chilling with. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so fucking weird to me that this happened, because we can never go back because it went too far. And it's corny because, you know, it's family. But at what point do you have to say enough is enough with family? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Leave your comments below. I'm just curious to see if anybody else has some of them nut-ass older sibling fights, or sibling rivalries, or beefs, or anything. Anything in this video that touch on something for you, you know what I mean? Comment or whatever. But I mean, it's kind of a random video. I, of course, don't want to get into the detail of it, but he did some beta male shit. And yeah. So anyway, y'all comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you come back to the ConsciousWidow channel, and I'll definitely be getting some more content up pretty daggone soon. Alright, y'all have a blessed one.